I felt it doing game prep.
And we are live, somewhat.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. I need to... Yes, here. Cool. A good thing. Hello, everyone. And welcome to today's stream of Second Breakfast Club, or You Are a Hero, or High Level Heroes, or Mike is running a game. Hello.
Hashtag.
Hashtag all of it.
Hashtag longest hashtag.
Yes.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming back to the table.
Hi.
I'm excited.
Super excited.
We've been away too long from this specific table. I mean, we played like a week ago as a group, but this this specific arrangement of a table.
Right. Right now, right here, we are getting back to a game we haven't touched in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we have arranged for it to not stop ever again.
Oh, yeah. We did that.
Yeah, so basically Second Breakfast Club is turning into a weekly show as of instead of, every 2 weeks. So every Friday you're gonna see these same sucker characters getting into a lot of trouble.
Carrick's no sucker.
No, I was talking about Tasha and Curiosity.
He's more of a licker.
The conviction there, though, Carrick, is no sucker.
He's no sucker. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you insinuate such a thing against our golden-haired boy, the best boy.
The best boy.
Okay.
But yes, before we get into gameplay, we just wanted to rattle through, as we just said, Second Breakfast Club is now a weekly game, and we're super excited. But do we want to talk about what is going to be happening on Monday nights and other nights? People who are actually running games. David?
Okay, so we're going to have game every Monday night now. Our Clouds Over Sharn is going to move to Mondays, but it's going to be every other Monday. And then on the Monday where we're not running Clouds Over Sharn, I will be running a game starting October 8th that we're calling Dreams of the Brave. It's kind of a, post-apocalyptic fantasy environment. Dead gods hunt the lands, and our heroes find themselves out of a home. So, and in search of a new one. So that's kind of it's a rundown on that one.
Yeah, basically Clouds Over Sharn will be next week on Monday, so in 4 days. And after that, the every other week, Dreams of the Brave, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that one.
And if you need a reminder or any note as to what game is happening what day, we've posted a schedule, like an image of a schedule, on our Twitter. So just go there, check out the pinned tweet, and it's right there. It'll tell you everything you need to know, including the times it'll be running and all the respective dates.
Yeah, you can always keep up with our Twitter in order to get access to the entire schedule as things develop. Find out what new events we might be doing and who might be there. Our schedule is also available on the Twitch channel.
Yeah. We have a couple of different one-shots hopefully coming in October. Tom is going to be running another game in his homebrew world. If you saw Trouble Brewing with that bunch of idiots, they're coming back because we had such good fun. And I believe we're planning on running a Halloween spoopy one-shot, that kind of way. I think dates still to be confirmed. We had some scheduling conflict. But Mike, you're going to be running that one, yes?
That's correct. Get ready, buckle in. We're going to end up in Cthulhu.
It's going to be crazy.
Never played it, can't wait.
We're all going to die. And if you don't, you'll be in a mental institution by the end of it. So
that's my understanding of how Cthulhu works, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we don't know the dates for those yet, but once we do, there will be a post about that as well. Just stay tuned, keep an eye out, and yeah.
Exactly.
But that's it for the announcements, I believe.
Yeah.
So back to ODM of this session.
Okay, so I think that I'm going to pick up with the group in the bathhouse.
Oh my, oh my.
Well,
Oh my, oh my. So where last we left you, do you want to brief the viewers as to what was going on? Joran, Carrick, Tasha?
So, to my knowledge, we had been kind of traveling through some secret passages, like an old sewer system. We found that we were being followed quite a distance back by some sort of monstrous Frankenstein-like creature and a group of individuals. Carrick summoned an invisible strangler to go try and take care of the non-Frankenstein folks following us. We popped out through a grate into a bathhouse where Joran saw a strange cleric run away from us. He gave chase. We gave chase to Joran, which led us to a weird room filled with gems and a pool.
That's highly accurate.
Yeah.
All right, so that's actually spot on. Go ahead, Carrick. Take yourself a DM inspiration die.
Yay! Do I have a place for that on my character sheet?
If you don't, then you're gonna lose it.
Okay.
We don't have a bard, so you might as well just use the inspiration notch on the Roll20 sheet.
And we're doing an inspiration die? So what die is that?
D20.
It's a D20. You
Wow,
get to reroll
really?
a D20
Okay.
your choice.
I was joking.
okay.
Any D20 roll, you can either turn it into advantage or you can just re-roll your die.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, great. So, last we left you, you were all standing around this pool surrounded by gemstones.
I believe I was looking for someone.
Yes.
I am going to be walking around the room with my hands like this, trying to find the person. I'm very tall. My hands are quite long, so I believe I can reach from the I have a big spread, so I think it should be good.
Right. You have an impressive wingspan.
Exactly.
Just doing this everywhere.
No, just like this and up and down. Because if they are smaller, so that I could catch a bit of them.
Right, gotcha. So Joran is walking around this room flapping like an albatross, trying to find someone he can't see. Eric, what are you doing?
I believe I was flying in on my broom, unsure as to why we were running.
Okay.
So yeah, just come in on the broom. Just gonna...
And you see Joran doing Joran.
Hey there. If you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what you're looking for here.
I saw a person. They were like here, but they're not now. It's weird.
DM? Because it's been a hot minute, could you please describe the room again?
Yes.
That we're in?
So, the bathhouse that you've been in looked like it was old and unused, though it looks like it's pretty well preserved. Things haven't been touched in quite a long time, but they're not in disrepair in any way. Almost as though they just walked away from it and boarded it all up. This room in particular, though, that you have entered into, it looks as though perhaps there was some sort of a earthquake of some kind, as the wall on one side has completely been caved in, and there are large gemstones poking out from that wall and all along the far wall of the room. And in the center of the room, there is a pool of water. Also with the same gemstones in it.
Was it deep or shallow?
No one checked it.
I would like to check that.
Okay. Joran.
Have I been doing it for long enough to know there's no one around?
You've been doing it for about 6 or 7 minutes.
Cool. I'm going to go to one of the gemstones and pull it out.
Okay. Tasha's going to check the pool first, and then I'll get back to you.
Yep.
Okay. So how do you plan on checking the pool? Are you going to get into it, or what are you going to do?
Well, first,
because this room isn't illuminated. It's completely dark.
Yeah, I have
aside
my
from the dim light that's coming from the actual crystals.
Okay. I have my goggles on for the darkness side of things until we got here. If the gems are too bright for that, then I'll take it off. But I'm gonna try and see it down and see if the gems illuminate any part of the water. And if it's shallow, if I can't see it, then I'm gonna slowly reach in and try and see how far my arm can go alongside the the most shallow part I can. I'm just gonna slide down and see how far it'll go.
Okay. You can't see the bottom of the pool. It is illuminated by the crystals that are down inside it, but it's unclear exactly how deep it is. Putting your hand into the water, you reach down in, and it's the oddest sensation. At first, it feels almost like your hand is being covered in tiny bubbles as you push it through the membrane of the water. And then it's like there's no water at all. It's dry. You move your arm around and you can clearly see the water splashing, but you don't feel it.
I'm gonna go face first.
Okay. You see Tasha dive into the pool.
Yep. Eyes closed, face first, nothing can go wrong.
Right. That's the best way to do everything. That's how I do my taxes.
That's what my mum always told me. Face first, eyes closed, Jade.
I mean, if it's worked this well for so long.
Okay, so I question, how long has it been since I sent the Invisible Strangler? Is that concentration still up? It's an hour long.
Yes, it is. It's been about 15 minutes.
Oh, damn. Okay. And I still feel the spell going?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Joran, you walk over and grip onto one of the crystals. Are you trying to get one of the larger ones or one of the smaller ones?
Whichever one looks easier to kind of break off.
Okay. The larger ones are like the size of a beach ball. The smaller ones are like the size of a baseball.
I'll take the smaller one.
Okay. You don't have to break it off. The smaller ones, if you try to move them, you can actually feel them sliding across the other crystals with no problem. They slide along almost as though you're not grabbing onto rock, but you're almost grabbing onto butter. It just sort of comes right off in your hand.
Oh. I put it in my bag.
It illuminates dimly. It actually gives off a 10-foot square radius of light.
Do my pants have pockets?
I'm going to say sure.
I'm going to put it into my front pocket.
Okay. So now one of your pockets is glowing.
Okay. One time glowing rock.
There are 3 different colors. There's green, there's orange, and there's yellow.
I took the orange one.
Okay.
Orange.
How many of each of these are there? Are they like a plenty?
Of the large ones, there are even some that are too large that any of you could grab. There's about 5 or 6 of them that are about human size, like medium-sized creature.
Okay.
But then most of them are the ones that are about beach ball sized. And there's probably about 2 dozen of those. And then probably 4 dozen of the smaller ones.
Okay. Looking at Tasha having just dived into the pool, has she completely submerged into the pool?
Yep, everything's gone.
Did I hear her do that?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I'm going to look around.
You can actually, you know what? Tell me, what's your passive perception? We'll see.
Isn't it like 23 or something?
Passive. My God, where do I see that?
It's perception plus 12, 10. Wow.
10. Whatever your plus for perception is, Tom, plus 10.
21.
21. Yeah, no, you don't so much hear Tasha going in the water as much as you hear an absence of Tasha because your back was to her.
Oh. She's
If that makes
usually
sense.
very loud. Huh. I go to the pool and jump in.
Okay.
Son of a...
feet first.
Yeah,
Joron
feet
has a different
first.
life motto.
Feet first.
Okay.
You have to hand it to Joron, though, because in his world, there hasn't been a pool he's encountered that he hasn't been able to stand shoulders above.
Yeah, that's a good question. Does he completely submerge as well?
He does. His entire body is just into the water.
And
Okay.
as I'm going in, and I'm like halfway through, and I go, ah! As I'm disappearing in there.
That's right, because it's a pool of acid.
I'm just going to kind of
It's like
stand
the ending
there,
of Roger Rabbit all over again.
just mouth agape at what I just witnessed.
Don't forget you have that thief with you, please.
Oh no, remember, he went back down the tunnel.
Did he go back down and stay down?
He did.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot that.
What?
Why did he go back down the tunnel?
To buy us
let us-
time.
He let you seal the fucking tunnel magically shut.
Because he
well.
doesn't work with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he is a very good guy.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he just ran away. It's whatever. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna run over to the wall, grab one of each color of the small ones, of the small crystals, put them in my bag of holding,
Okay.
and goddamn follow these idiots. Like,
On the broom, or do you just jump in?
you know, good question. Probably broom. Why not
Like
broom?
lower yourself in delicately.
Yeah, just boosh. Just
That's
broom.
very-
Get Beery kind of like, you know, nestled in my my cloak a little bit, ready to put her in the bag of holding if necessary, because there's 10 minutes air in there.
Right.
Where's Amy? Joron.
She was there in the room.
Oh, so I'm not alone in the room.
No,
Okay.
you're not.
Okay, never mind.
Amy's there now, pacing frantically in front of the water.
Okay, here. So if you wouldn't mind, I'll go after them here. I think that's probably the best option for us. If you wouldn't mind just holding on to my dragon for me here. She's pretty nice. And I'll just reach into the bag of holding and pull out a couple of dead mice and just go, you know, in case she gets hungry. Here you go. She should be able to communicate some, like, telepathically, some basic emotions to you if we need help or you need to run away or anything, or communicate to me as well. And if, you know, it's time for us to, you know, get the hell out of the pool, you know?
She holds her hands out expectantly for the dragon, and then when you plop a handful of dead mice in it, she shrieks.
Oh, that's for if she gets hungry. So, and I'll just kind of like, all right, Beery, you don't mind staying with Amy, right? She seems like a good enough person, right, Beery? And then, what does Beery think about this?
Beery happily goes and curls around Amy's feet.
Okay. Then I will fly up above the pool and just dive straight in with the broom. Take
No
a deep
splash.
breath first. Yeah.
9.5, 9.6, 9.5, 8.2 from the Hungarian judge.
He's
Always
got it
the
out for me.
Hungarian.
Yeah.
All right.
Who paid you off? But all right. So yeah.
As you disappear through the pool, the last thing you hear is, "Be safe." Tasha.
Yeah.
So you dive in head first, and as you pass through the sort of the membrane of the pool, you fall out onto hard ground.
Sweet. am I alone?
For the moment. Looking around in all directions, you see that the walls and floor of this area are this sort of amalgam of reflective surfaces, almost like jagged bits of mirror that have all been sort of haphazardly glued together, and shards of these same crystals that are jutting out from different directions. The ones in here are much larger. In fact, there are some that are the size of like a gargantuan-sized creature, like massive in size. They look almost like the spires of buildings. You have but a moment to ponder this before Joran falls on you.
Oh, good.
Get the fuck off me.
Oh, sorry. I get off.
I roll
And-
to the side and just breathe.
I look up. Do I see where I came from?
You don't see where you came from. However, as you are looking upward, you see that there is a sort of an oculus in the sky, a portent, if you will, a portal. I hesitate to say portal because people have an image of what a portal is in their head. It's an opening. There's an opening that opens above you and spits out Carrick on his broom, and then immediately vanishes as soon as he passes through it.
Bollocks. Garrick?
Kind of pull up.
I'm pulling out the rope out of my bag. Throw it up to Carrick. Coach.
Gadget.
Yeah, okay, sure. We're not going to spend 20 minutes with you guys rolling athletics checks to catch a rope.
Could you go back up there and tell Amy we are down here to come with us?
Looking up, what do I see above me?
It is just open air.
Just there's no ceiling. We're not in a building.
No, above you is just the rolling clouds.
Question. Is that all around us? Sorry, go ahead. You go.
I'm going to try and telepathically communicate with Beery. Should have a range of a mile.
You have no response.
Wow.
I think I know where we are, but not Tasha, me.
Looking around, looking at the environment. Do I think... Does this look like teleportation or does this look like planar travel?
This doesn't look like any type of teleportation you've ever seen.
Yeah. I'm going to roll an Arcana, see if I have any kind of knowledge of where we might be.
I yank the rope out of his hand.
Awesome.
Mike?
Yes.
DM?
Yes.
You said that all around us, like the walls and stuff, are like gems and, or would you say jewels jutting out of the walls and like large pieces?
No, I said that they were the
crystals.
same type of crystalline gemstone that you had run into in the room before, and mirrors. Everything is a polished mirror surface except for the crystals.
Hello? Hello? Knock, knock. There's no door. Hello?
That's a 31 on my Arcana.
Draw.
Hello?
Johan.
This place is not
Hello?
any place that you
I'm gonna
haven't
try
ever
and stop Joran.
been to before.
I'm
Or
6
heard of.
feet high.
Haven't read of it.
I'm
Nothing.
6
7.5
feet
feet.
pissed.
This is not a
No
plane
way.
that you're aware of. This is not a thing that you've studied, and not one that you have visited.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, I'm just gonna say it from now. I feel like we're in the city of jewels. I'm just gonna say it.
No, that place is different.
So, just so you're aware, in case we're not, Beery is intelligent,
Yes.
like sentient, all
Amy
that good
is
stuff,
too.
and would feel the connection gone as well. So I don't know
I'm
what they
aware.
do.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm aware. Don't worry.
Okay.
There's a side adventure going on that you don't know about right now.
Yeah, the
The Adventures of
of
Amy and Berry. I want
Yeah.
that cartoon series.
I would watch that.
It's a way better storyline than anything that happened with Bran.
Meow.
Hello.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I'm just gonna fly up just to confirm that there is no portal there.
There's no portal there.
Yeah. All right.
However,
Joran,
as
wait.
you head upward, you can now see from that angle that this is not like one solid room. Like there's no like walls that enclose you. This actually is a long pathway that weaves its way through this area.
I'll kind of fly back down.
It's hard to tell from down below because everything's mirrored. What is and what isn't a pathway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm above the mirrors. I can
Yes,
kind of
you can
clearly
look
see
down
the
upon it.
walls of it.
Right.
All right.
I
yeah,
take
I'll just
back
kinda
my
fly down.
rope.
I think you already did.
Yeah, you already declared you were taking the rope back angrily.
So yeah, I think wherever we are, we're kind of trapped here. I don't know where it is. I've never read about any place like this before. I don't know if we're on the same plane of existence. I know for a fact
What?
we are at least more than a mile away from where we were before, as I cannot communicate with Beery. There is a path forward. It's kind of like a mirror maze thing, but I can get above it and kind of see what's going on.
We end up
Mike.
in a different plane again.
Yes.
Would I have any colors or anything to color with? Any paint, something?
Did you take painter's tools?
No?
Then
But-
I would say no.
Are you trying to do breadcrumbs?
I'll take the orange rock,
Okay.
go to one of the mirrors and try to like put it on the mirror and like paint something
Scratch?
with it. Yeah, or
Oh.
scratch.
What are you going to paint on it?
We went this way and an arrow.
Okay. Yeah, you place the jagged end of the crystal up against the mirror and drag it across it. You don't feel any type of resistance. However, it does leave a trail of the same orange light that spells out what you said.
Nice.
That's cool.
So in case they come through, we have a way to tell them where we went. Shall we?
So I'm going to point out real quick, that might not be the greatest idea. Because what if the people chasing us come in here and just follow our path?
Well, in that case, I have a lot of sweets. We can have a talk. If they don't want to talk, I have this sword. It usually does a lot of talking for me if the other person doesn't want to really talk. No, and we're fine. We will be fine. Come on, Carrick. We went through so much. We can do this.
Can I
Come
walk
on.
off? Just walk off.
Sure, certainly.
Okay, I have another game question. Do I feel my concentration on the invisible strangler intact?
No.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, now there's an strangler on the loose for the next hour.
So it's probably good that you're like a mile away.
Yeah, well, I'm not on that pretty well confirms we're not on the same plane of existence. Because the only thing that would break it is being on a different plane.
Yeah.
So
Tosha.
I'll fly up.
Don't walk too far.
To Dasha.
Tosha.
Nope. Still going.
I'll be like, Jordan, come on, we gotta keep up with her here. Come on.
Every
I
30, 40, 50 feet, I do the same thing.
Okay.
If there is like a turn or a T section or anything, I'll draw on it where we went.
Okay. So who is going to be leading?
I'm already going, so
Think probably I'm going to try to be up above and kind of just yell at them where to go since they can't see.
Okay. If that's the case, then Carrick, I want you to roll survival with advantage.
Okay.
Since you can see it from above.
All right. That's a thing I can definitely do.
We believe in you.
Heart
Okay.
of the cards. Heart of the cards.
Man.
Survival. Oh yeah. Solid +3.
Booyah.
Wisdom, not his
Thank
strength.
God for that advantage. So 8.
That was with advantage.
I got a 3 and a 5.
Awesome.
Oh, shit the
Awesome.
bed. Oh,
So yes, you come to a 3-way split in the road. And you, looking ahead as far as you can see from your angle, say that you definitely should not go down the middle path. The left and the right path both look safe, but the middle one is definitely not a good one.
DM,
Yes.
considering my proficiency in these two, would I be able to roll Arcana or History to see if I recognize anything in our surroundings?
I'd let you roll an Arcana check.
Okay. All right. That would be a 27.
This place doesn't look like any place you've seen before. However, this type of sort of mirror plane is something that you have seen once, but not in person. It would be something that you would have seen in a book during your studies.
Would I remember what about?
It's about it was a book on the old gods and planar travel.
Motherfucker, we are in a different plane. That's Tasha speaking.
Yes, Joran.
Does it look like any place that I've smelled or felt before? If it doesn't look like any place that I've seen before.
Is it in fact a place that you've heard before?
Maybe.
has he been there in a dream? Does something in his heart remember this place?
Exactly.
Roll insight. No, sorry.
No, you know what? No, hold on. Okay, Joran, I'm going to give you something.
Okay.
I want you to roll insight with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh my god, what dice should I use? Let's go with this. Good. 19.
19, like it's like it's an 8.
I rolled an 8.
Shade. The shade.
Right. So while this area doesn't look familiar to you, in fact, there's nothing about it that seems like anything you've ever been in before. This place has a feeling about it. It's that, like, sort of the it's something that only a furbolg would really pick up on quite so quickly. The taste on the air. The air tastes metallic, and pretty heavily of some sort of herbs. And the last time you remember this distinctive flavor, it is something that you picked up when you were traveling in Pharaohpax, when you encountered the same person in the same robes. It's the same exact flavor. Can't believe I'm using flavor as a way to...
I go.
Good. It's good.
Yeah.
Right on, though.
And I start sprinting. My regular speed is 40 feet.
Right.
And as I'm sprinting, I have the ball or the rock, and every couple of feet I just drag it on the wall.
Okay. Are you taking Carrick's advice? Because Carrick has openly said the middle path is the wrong path.
What seems the quickest?
You wouldn't know that from your perspective. He just said that the middle path is definitely not the right one.
I trust
D4.
Carrick, so I am going to take his advice.
Okay, so there's a left and a right path.
Well, Mommy always
Roll a
told me if
D4.
I don't know where to go, I should go right, so I'm gonna go right.
Okay.
So it's
So-
the right way, so...
So Joran pushes past Tasha at a full gallop, running down the right path, dragging this orange stone on the wall.
Come on, Slowpoke!
He actually hits your shoulder well enough that you spin around in place.
So yeah, the whole, as I'm kind of following, I'll yell back to Tasha. Yeah, the whole different plane thing. Don't worry about that. I can get us back today. I just kind of want to see where this goes. I still got a plane shift left.
Would Tasha know about, time differences regarding being in other planes, considering she's been in other planes?
No,
Okay. Not that, a plane...
Tasha forgot to wind her watch the last time she went in.
No, not that she would know what time difference the plane has, just that planes have different times.
No, that's not something that she is focused on in her training.
Okay, that's fair. I would like to, however, look on the ground. Instead of running rashly ahead, I'm going to try and see if I can see any footprints from the person we were chasing, rather than the big clumpy footsteps just left behind by the furbolg that just ran in front of me.
Okay,
Through me.
that's gonna be a survival check.
All right. Oh, same roll, but not the same bonus. 17 plus 5. 22.
Yes. So there is. So it's hard because the trail is not long, but looking back from you, you can now see the glisten of the trail of water that is tracked from where you landed down the center path.
All right. Hey, Joran, you're going the wrong way. And I'm gonna go down the path that I see the water trailing.
Okay.
Split the
Not
party
gonna-
further. What can go wrong?
Does Joran
Oh yeah, no,
stop?
definitely.
I don't
Okay.
think I'm in the earshot distance of
Being that you declared that you were running, that means that you are probably between 80 and 160 feet away from
Oh.
Tasha at this point.
also
Yeah, that's
breathing
plenty of-
very heavily. I have heavy armor on.
Clank, 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 clank.
Yes.
clank.
And I'm not really light-footed, so that too.
Oh boy.
I don't think this. Okay.
So Joran is powered off by himself. Tasha, you're going down the middle path. Carrot, you can see both of them.
You know what? I'm just gonna split the difference. Just
You're gonna go down the left path.
Nope. I'm just gonna stay in between them, flying above the whole thing, hoping I'll be able to direct them the best I can to try and catch up, to try and get back to each other.
Okay. As you pass over one of the walls, you begin to see lightning arcing through the clouds.
Okay, so I need to stay on a path. Fuck. Okay, I'll choose center because that was the dangerous path. So Tasha's more likely to need help.
All right then.
I'm gonna. Do I have any kind of long distance communication?
Didn't pick up the message. Cantrip, by any chance?
Nope. Don't have it.
Whoever
So-
needs that, you don't split the party. Everyone knows don't split the party.
Right?
One splits the party.
There was too many cantrips to want. Anyways, so yeah, yeah. I'll try and yell after Joran to stop. But yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Then
yeah.
I'm going to cut back over to Jade.
Hi.
Hi there.
So, as I recall, please correct me if I'm wrong,
Absolutely.
DMODM, the last thing Gom said to me before we ended the session was, I need you to get it back for me, or take it back for me, or steal it back for me.
Yep.
I can't remember which one of those it was.
Yep.
So I'm going to look at him like, you need me to do what? What do you need back?
I require you to get it back.
What back?
You'll know when you see it.
Oh. Right. So I need to go to the other cottage, the one that looks like this one.
He quirks an eyebrow at you and sort of cocks his head. You seem unsure.
It is a very strange day for me, Gom. I'm speaking to you despite the fact that you have been dead like 10 years. And, today I found one of my fathers dead in a freezer, and the other one had his arm ripped off in front of me. So really, I'm dealing with quite a lot. My apologies.
You poor, poor dear.
It has not been a good day. You need me to take it back. You told me the things I would need would be in the other cottage, and it would be hard to find, but there are the answers, and you need me to take it back. Okay. Can you tell me what is going on in this room right now? There is a reason I ask the question. This is not an illusion. Are you able to tell me? Or is this one of these things I'm supposed to work? Is this another test? Because the last one, well, I think I did okay at the last one. I just didn't really get to talk to you about it.
He extends one finger and points overhead to the ceiling. Suspended at the bottom of a chandelier is it looks almost like a bejeweled egg.
Okay.
And it appears to be shedding light all around the room. Although as it starts to touch all of the things you're seeing around you, it sort of just vanishes entirely. You can only really see the light if you look directly at the egg.
Right. Okay. What is that?
Well, it's a little something that I had cooked up for me a long time ago. It allows me to record a bit of myself for safekeeping.
For sure. So the amulet, and I pull out the bronze one with the red jewel. Did this like start the recording?
That's precisely it.
That is very clever. So if I was to leave and come back, would this start again? Or is this a one-time only?
I assume it would. I haven't seen it work.
Of course. Okay, well, I know what I need to do. I will come back. I do not know if you will remember this conversation. In case you don't, or in case this does not work again, do you have anything you would like me to say to Tasha for you?
Tell her that no matter how far you go, home is still in your heart.
I will tell her.
Also, remind her to keep her guard up on the left side. She's terrible about that.
I know she is terrible at that. I am always telling her. Okay, before I leave this room, I'm going to go over to the window and tap my knuckle against the glass to see if whatever's there is there.
You mean if the window's there?
Yeah, like because so much of the house has been wrecked.
Right.
I want to know if there's still glass in this window.
You feel the glass underneath your hand.
I get out one of my daggers and I'm going to try and pry a pane of this fucking window out to take with me.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Okay, boss.
Okay, boss. You got it. $32.
No, it's not good enough.
Oh,
No,
crap.
no, I'm just kidding. 32, Jesus. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so you pop a pane of glass right out.
And I will pop it inside one of my coat pockets. I'll like wrap a handkerchief around it and pop it in there because if it's ether glass, this can only be useful. So
there's one other thing though. You notice as you've popped the pane of glass out that the image beyond the glass is the same as what you had seen before.
That's perfect.
So it's you're seeing the outside, but not the outside that you had passed through to get in here.
So that could be part of the recording.
And I want you to make a perception check for me.
No problem. 24.
Okay. You see your father's in the marketplace.
Cool. Thanks, Mike.
Walking along, trailing behind them is a teeny tiny tiefling.
I watch for a little while.
Mhm.
And then I turn to Gom and I will see what I can do. And then I walk out.
I have all the faith in the... And then the recording cuts off. And the door closes. And you are left in a dilapidated, burned out house.
Okay. I will head back to the door, sort of work out how to stop the blade from pinging up as I let myself out, and then lock the door behind me again. You're muted, Mike, or I can't just.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry, I've switched to push to talk so that things don't set it off here. It's a fairly simple contraption, so you don't have to worry about making a roll on this one. From the inside, you can see plainly how it's constructed.
Mm-hmm.
So you can avoid the tripwire. Very easy.
Okay.
So you head out through the door, and you are now in the square again of the most dilapidated section of town.
If I hold up the ether glass, or what I think is ether glass, actually, no, what I'll do is I'll circle the house so I'm underneath the window that I was looking out of, and I'll hold it up to see if anything looks different through it.
Looking around through the glass, the first thing that pops out at you is that there is a trail from what looks to be a large refuse pile down along the road and into a sewer grate of some sort of invisible bugs, about the size of a beetle.
Okay.
That appear to be slowly carrying the pile away.
Yep.
They look to have adapted some sort of invisibility in order to keep themselves safe.
Rad.
Beyond that, what's on the street does not seem to change at all. However, when you hold it up to the opposite house, the cottage, it looks as bright and shiny new as it did when you were in the room. You put the glass down and it looks burned out husk of what it was.
I will head that way. I will first cast invisibility on myself because I imagine the first one ran out a while back when I was exploring the house. So I'll cast invisibility. Yeah, it's an hour. I will cast invisibility on myself and I will stealth my way over there.
Okay. As you are on your way over there, I want you to make a concentration check.
Sure.
I know this seems sort of unusual.
No. So that, yeah, it's just con save, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, not great. 6.
Great. As you are moving your way across the square, you feel this immediate need to walk the other direction. As though you're confused. Why would you go that direction in the first place? There's nothing over there. There's a burned out building.
But I'm aware that something is doing that. I just feel confused. Like, why am I going that way?
It's as though the idea of going over there now no longer seems like it has any merit. What is your passive perception?
It is 24.
Yeah, so you feel that, and it's confusing. It's almost like akin to being drunk. It's like things don't make sense. 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4 for some reason. But your passive perception, you're able to look down and see the glass in your hand. And remember, there was something important. What was important?
I'm going to do possibly something stupid.
Okay.
Because I have been adventuring a while, and I'm used to being in pain and things like that, and the way it can be oddly cleansing of the mind. I'm going to look down at what I assume is my now remaimed hand and literally shove it against my other palm and just grind the wound against it to try and just like snap myself out of it.
All right, let me do something here.
I'm not with Tasha's, like 90% of my impulse control is gone.
All right, so you take 1 point of damage.
Valid.
As you push your wounded finger against your other hand.
Yep.
However, it sort of snaps you out of things, and while your head still feels fuzzy, you're able to focus again. And you can now almost remember 2 truths about what you're doing. Where you're heading over there because you're trying to do the job that Gom had given you. But you also know that there's nothing there. There's never been a house. There's nothing going on. Why am I going that direction?
Yeah. I think I muttered to myself. No, I don't say I think. Gom, you crafty motherfucker. You said this would not be easy, but gods. And I just sort of like slapped myself on the face a couple of times and look through the glass to reorientate myself, because there is a house there. Ether glass shows you what is there, and I keep going.
Okay. And as you get to the front step, you have that immediate moment of doubting yourself again, as though, what is here? Why would I even be here? There's nothing here that should take my time. I need to find Tasha. I need to find a way out of here. What about my family? What about the rest of them?
Yeah. I will do the same.
Make another
out.
Make another concentration check.
Yep. Okay. Better this time. 13. Might not be enough.
No, you still find yourself driven to leave.
I will fucking take my injured hand and punch the door frame.
Awesome. Take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And while all the fireworks of pain are sounding off through your head, your resolve becomes immediately focused. And you don't know what's going on, but it's definitely something that's trying to get in your head.
Yeah.
The door is in front of you, though.
Mm-hmm. I will check for traps.
Okay.
Which seems valid given the last door I went through.
Right,
and
obviously.
I'll get out my mage hand and thieves' tools and check the door and unlock it.
Okay.
And disarm anything I find.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
24.
Okay, yeah, you're great. Yes, the door is trapped.
Okay.
The doorknob itself appears to be almost gelatinous. You touch it, it's almost like pudding.
Oh.
It's meant so that if you grab onto it, you're going to stick to it.
Oh, now that is a clever little shitty thing.
Yeah, and combine that with the feeling that you shouldn't be there. You can see bloody fingerprints on the door from the last people that have come through.
Well, I've got my thieves' tools. I'll get them in the lock and bypass the door handle, and like I did with the room in Gom's house, like use the thieves' tools as like leverage to.
Yeah, absolutely, not a problem. So you pop the lock on the door, and the door swings open freely. Inside, it's like a time capsule. It's definitely old, but it doesn't look like anything that's inside has been touched. There's no lights on, and there's no fire burning in the fireplace. But it's as though this whole house just somehow survived however long it's been here. without a single person setting foot in it.
Is there any way to gauge like the amount of dust, perhaps, or what is in here, the age, or how long it has been? Like an intelligence check or an investigation, just some way to try and gauge?
We'll call it investigation. That's sort of an odd bit of information, but yeah, why not?
I want to CSI this shit, you know?
Right. All that time
CSI
that Curie
Iwara.
spent, all that time that Curie spent on the CSI and Amalar.
Who are you?
Right.
Ooh, a natural 19 plus
Yay.
15.
Very good. Very good. All right.
I get the camera zoom in like CSI style. I see everything in tiny microscopic detail.
Right. Enhance.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, are you going to go inside and close the door behind you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm checking.
My apologies.
I didn't want to like lock you in there if you weren't planning on doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going in there for, but I didn't split the party going down a weird fucking multiple paths of mirrors, so I feel like I'm still making the better choices right now. But yes,
No,
I will close the door.
Fun. Your friends will definitely come back.
That would be nice. Nice. I don't have any way of playing or traveling by myself. But yes, I shut the door behind me.
Let me fully describe the room for you before we get into your investigation.
Okay.
So you walk in and everything is sort of one large room with a staircase in the center of it that is sort of winding its way up to the second floor. On your left, you have sort of a den sitting area. And on your right, you have a kitchen and a set of stairs that looks to be going down as though into like a basement area. The whole place is decorated in the most, I don't know, like gaudy of knickknacks. Like they don't look like treasure. They don't look like anything of any real material value. But there's
exactly my kind of shit then, basically.
Right. Like shiny bits of tinfoil and broken Matryoshka dolls or whatever. Like things like that, like just they're like put up with the most immediate and intense amount of care, so that everything is in its place and everything has a place. There's a large armchair and a small table that has a selection of books and papers on it. There's an ashtray with a pipe that's sitting in it. There's a large hearth, and over the top of the hearth is a mirror. There's a chaise lounge that has a couple of blankets on it, some pillows, and a small satchel, a little bit smaller than like a backpack, somewhere in between a backpack and a purse. And there's a cabinet that is filled with silver. Looks like the most expensive thing in the whole house.
Okay.
And then the kitchen area is essentially just imagine a very standard kitchen. There's a stove. There's a sink basin. There's an area for you to prepare food. There's cabinetry, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And there's very sort of nice, actually nicer than anything else in the house, really, tapestries that have been laid across the floor in order to cover up the wood of the floor.
Okay.
So what are you investigating for again? How much dust has accumulated?
Basically, yeah. I mean, now you've described it, I'm basically going to start trying to find whatever it is I'm supposed to be looking for and, answers. But I was curious as to how long it's been since somebody was here. Like how you said it was like a time capsule. I want to know when the time capsule is from.
Right.
As it were.
So the last time that you did anything even remotely like this you realize that there were two big helpers that could help you figure out the last time someone was about. The first one was to check the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Because if things are cold, it's been a while. If
Yeah.
the ashes have already started to, like the charcoal has started to deteriorate into ash, then it's been a long time.
Okay.
On the other hand, in the kitchen, you can look for the food.
Mm. I'll go to the fireplace first because I also I'm feeling drawn towards the mirror because this place is a fucking wackadoodle, and mirrors are mirrors. I'm also gonna get the ether glass out as well, so I can just sort of hold it up periodically.
Certainly.
I'm like a Sydney Paget illustration right now, but instead of a magnifying glass, it's like a square pane of a window.
Right. I imagine that after this is all over, you're going to fashion yourself your new magnifying glass.
I definitely plan to fucking have this put into something for sure.
Right.
So,
Right. The visor of a helmet or something.
Yeah, or like a really cool pair of shades that I can just like slip on.
Right.
Like a Geordie style visor. It'll be great.
Right.
New magic item, goggles of the past.
Yeah, I don't look weird enough as it is. You know, I'll add something to it.
We get it, you vape.
How dare you? That's the one thing curiosity wouldn't do.
Anyway, so you go over and you start sifting through the fireplace, and there are a couple of logs that are not completely burned through, but most of what's there is just ash, just totally ash. The logs themselves are covered in dust, which gives you an indicator of how long they've been there.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
26.
Okay. One of the logs that is still on the rack inside of the fireplace is completely untouched, like unburnt. There's no charring of any kind. It's at the bottom of the stack too, which sort of seems out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna, using my mage hand, kind of like brush away what's on top and like nudged. Yeah, that sticks out. I'm going to probe the log.
Gotcha. How many times can you say that in your life?
Probably more than I'd care to admit.
Aren't we glad that Tom isn't here? So yes, you remove the log from the fireplace and examine it more closely, and it feels like a log on the outside. To the touch, it's a piece of wood. You knock on it, it sounds like wood. However, you find that on the underside of it, there is a keyhole.
I don't have any mysterious keys on me, so I will pick out one of the smallest picks in my kit and see if I can pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
28.
Okay, yeah, the lock opens with no problem. Inside, you find a scroll.
Ooh. I'll unfurl it.
Okay. Once you untie the ribbon and you open up the scroll, it looks as though it's some sort of map.
Okay. Is it a city map? Is it like a wider scale than that? Is it like a country wide, or can I a sense of scale?
Yes, it's a much larger map than that. It looks actually like it's a continental map, but it's not of this continent.
Map of a continent. Given my travels, are there any landmarks or anything on this map that would maybe make it identifiable to me?
Let's see.
I mean, basically, if I know it's not this continent, it's either the eastern continent, which I've traveled very little, or it's not on this plane.
Well, there are 2 other continents from the one you're on.
Oh yeah, there's the north and the south too. My apologies. Ow! My
It's all right.
apologies.
It's all right.
I just dropped my pen on my finger
That is not
without
good.
the lid. No.
I mean, but Curie has lost a finger, so you're a little bit ahead of that.
Mm.
Okay. Bear with me one moment while I look at my map.
Curiosity over here. Nancy drew in this shit while everybody else plays around in the mirror maze. If you run into Richard O'Brien without me, I'll be pissed.
There is one landmark that looks familiar to you.
Uh-huh.
It is the city of Jatet.
Okay. So it's the eastern continent then.
It's the eastern continent.
Okay. Can I look at it? Can I look at it through the ether glass to see if there's any kind of hidden script or anything like that on it?
Yes, you can.
Clever.
As you look at the map through the ether glass, you can now plainly see a plot that has been marked on the map.
Uh-huh.
That leads from an island chain that is beside Jatet, across the continent, towards its most southern point.
Okay. As well as that, is there any other thing on the map, like, I don't know, like a signature of the map maker or any kind of symbols for an organization or anything like that?
Let's see. There is. It is the same symbol that you saw when you were in Leon's house.
Right. So just to confirm, the Thieves Guild one or the Bronze Eye Trading Company one? Because I've seen
it's the one for the Bronze Eye Trading Company.
Yes.
Starting to crack some things open.
Bust this thing wide open. Frank, this shit just got real. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I'm going to cut back to the other side, to the rest of the party.
More than fair.
So, let's go ahead and we'll take Juron. We'll start with you.
Okay.
So you are running full tilt down the right-hand path. As you are sort of making marks with the orange stone as you go. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
I thought you did. That's good, because as you start moving, it starts to get darker and darker and darker until it's pitch black. And the only light that you have is illuminating from the crystal in your hand.
Wait. Come on. I have dark. Oh, I don't know if I have dark vision.
You do have the light spell, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to cast light on my chest piece of armor.
Okay. So yeah, now you're illuminating the whole area. As you cast light, now that I know your passive perception is like an 80,
21.
You are able to see, it looks as though as the light sheds from your chest piece, the area around you on the floor immediately illuminates like that. But then you see the edges of the darkness sort of skitter away in a way that is very much not like darkness would normally be.
Huh. You could say that casting the light spell was a very bright idea.
He's been sitting over there waiting for it.
I enabled this, and I am mad about it.
Wow!
This is my fault. This is my fault. I'm proud and mad in equal measures.
Yeah.
That's kind of my default state of being when it comes to dealing with Tom, quite frankly.
Yeah. Okay, so I basically see a path now. Okay, I follow it in the same pace.
The pathway that you are going down now appears as though it is winding to the right, and there is another pathway that is going directly forward.
Do I see anything different in these paths, ways, direction, roads?
Down the path that is directly forward from you seems exactly like what you've encountered already. The one to the right looks similar. However, you see the shadow of a humanoid dart behind the edge of the corner.
I'm going that fucking way.
Okay. You dive off into the right corridor, and are you still running?
Yep.
Okay. Did you even slow down to cast light? No.
You just
Okay.
Forrest Gumping this shit, just like
Right. Run, Joran! Run!
oh no, it fits. Fuck.
Yeah, so you dart around the corner and make an athletics check for me.
Whew.
Or actually, acrobatics. Make an acrobatics check.
Oh.
Oh.
Aw.
Called it.
Wah,
A 19.
19. Okay, awesome. So you duck around the corner and move about 5 feet when you feel the floor vanish beneath your feet. However, you parkour yourself into a tight little ball, spin across this opening in the ground, and land hero style on the other side, continuing to run. You hear a voice behind you yell at you in a language you don't understand.
You sure? I don't understand it, because I understand common,
Yes, tell me.
elvish, giant, draconic.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, you don't understand it.
Also, I have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants.
Yeah, no, this is different.
Are you sure this person talking to me isn't a dog barking?
Right.
Yes.
Or a leaf rustling.
Is it a vaguely sentient tree?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's a piece of enamored driftwood.
Driftwood floating off the water. Yeah, no. Please continue.
Nice.
Keep running.
Okay.
Running, and running, and
Awesome.
running.
God,
Okay, back over to Carrick and Tasha. So Carrick and Tasha, you make your way down the center corridor, And after about, we'll say about 150, 200 feet, it starts to get dark, like very dark.
Visually dark?
Yes, but no.
Tasha's a human.
Graphically
Yeah, but
dark.
but I have goggles of night on me. Would that help, or is it magical darkness?
It'll totally help that. I'm putting that out there because even Carrick is a human and doesn't have dark vision.
No, I'm a half elf. I have dark vision.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I forgot. I thought you were human.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So so as darkness sets, as you move through this area of the tunnel, you come upon a large well. It's about maybe 3 feet tall, and then there's a large crossbar that goes over the top made of wood, and then a bucket that's hanging there. There's the same sort of footsteps made out of water that lead up to the well, and then you don't see them anymore.
I'm gonna step over the well. Well, not step over it, but I'm gonna step close to it, look down. Then I'm gonna close my eyes and sort of concentrate, and the arcane eye just sort of drifts away from me and goes down the well.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm sending my arcane eye to take a look because it's my friend.
Okay, arcane eye is what, 600 feet is the total range?
Arcane eye. There is no limit to how far it can go, I think.
You sure?
The range to cast it is 30 feet, but it says... Now, as an action, I can move the eye up to 30 feet, but I think there is no limit to how far away from you the eye can move. But it can't enter another plane of existence. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just making sure.
Yeah.
Then can move at 30 feet. So it's going to take a little while to get down the well.
Okay.
But yeah, you send your vision down the well. Are you gonna? Actually,
it's an invisible magic eye.
At this point, Carrick is probably used to seeing arcane eye cast.
Yeah. What level spell is it?
That's a 4th level.
4th level. Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's invisible, but every time Tasha stands still and sort of concentrates, there's a little bit of energy pulsing from her forehead as she sends the arcane eye. I sort of imagine it as her third eye leaving her so that it can go look.
I thought you were going to say it's like the vein that pulses in her forehead when Joran just speaks nearby. But
An eye pops out every time I'm pissed.
No, just the energy coming out is like the throbbing vein in the forehead. The similar kind of energy.
Fantastic.
So as we've kind of stopped, I'll just say, not to distract you right now, but when we're all back together, we need to have a serious conversation about not splitting up anymore and not running ahead. You and Joran. This is getting ridiculous.
Well, splitting up? Okay, I understand. Running ahead? That's Joran.
You did it also. Literally just did it. I followed after you.
Okay.
It's been 2 minutes since you did that. Don't even...
See, there's this thing where people talk and I usually don't care, so I leave.
All right, so here's the thing, though. If you want my help in the future, you gotta start caring about what I think.
Partnership and all that, I get it.
I'm not sure you do, though. That's kind of the point of the conversation here.
See, Curie is the one who makes friends. I'm the one who just goes along with Curie, usually, and then we do stuff.
You want us to all get a chance to be friends with Curie, we're going to have to save her. And I think you're going to need our help.
Them.
Or them, sorry. And so, Yeah, just future kind of, I'll talk to Jordan about it as well. We got to stop this. This is getting ridiculous. We have to think about what we do.
Yeah. We can't split up, especially if this happens to be a different plane. We don't know
It's
what
definitely
could
a
be here.
different plane. I don't know what plane it is, but definitely a different plane. It's clearly got portals to it. Splitting up in this kind of environment, we could end up in 3 completely separate planes.
Do you have a way of contacting him?
No.
Listen, you can fly on that stick of yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know where I am. I'm not moving. But I can't go as fast as you can. I suggest you go get him.
I can't catch up to Jordan. He's just as fast as the broom. He's leaving a
And what do
trail,
you
I
think?
assume.
Obviously. Have you seen him?
So I think it's probably best if we, I don't know. We continue down this, figure out what we're doing, go backtrack, and find him. We're not going to catch him. So
The reason why I'm here is because there's this trail that came out from the portal we went through, and it's coming down this well. I really need to know what's down there. It could be our way. It could not. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we definitely want to know what's down there, but we could have gone and checked that. I'm not saying you're wrong for going down there. I'm just saying, we got to talk about these things in the future.
Yeah. Talking's not what we've been doing.
No, we haven't had a lot of time to talk. That's fair. That's a fair point. And, I totally understand if you don't have a lot of trust in myself or Joran right now. But, just saying, I can't just be constantly in this situation where I'm babysitting 2 grown-ass adults. So, sorry for the language.
Your language is pretty. All right. We should probably catch up with Joran somehow. Do you know, actually... Do you know where he went?
We're not going to be in 3 separate places. I'm staying here until you're done, and then we're both.
We could both go there as long as he's 500 feet. As close as 500 feet away.
How long has it been since we split up?
Probably about 45 minutes.
Oh, no. He's not. He's way more than that. Unless he's like looping around us or something.
Well, why don't you fly up and see if you can see him? If it's not too dark. If it is, then, well.
Yeah, I'll just fly straight up, see if I can see anything.
Okay.
Perception or something?
Yeah, that'd be perception.
All right. Come on, dice. Okay.
Good old Carrick Eagle Eye.
You know it. Okay, so 22.
We got Carrick in the weather chopper. Tell me what's going on downtown.
So yeah,
Got
22.
Crazy damn mirrors going on. Not sure what's happening here. There's a dude that's just running.
Right. Do I have anything for this? No, I do not. Okay.
Okay, so what'd you roll? Sorry?
22.
22, okay. Yeah, you head straight up and look around. With a 22, you don't see Carrick, but you do see one thing.
Okay.
Over beyond where you're at right now, over on the same pathway that you think is the one that Carrick is down, there is the same one that Joran is on. There is a pack of displacer beasts that is running down the corridor.
And the same direction that Joran was running down?
That's correct.
How far away are they?
There's about 15 of them. From you, if you went straight there, maybe about 100 feet. However, you know full well that if you cross over these walls, that wherever you're at does not like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so I'll fly back down to Tasha and just kind of. So how's that? How's the well looking down there?
How is the well looking down there?
So it's been enough time now that you've been able to go down about 200 feet. And as you reach the 200-foot mark, the well opens up, and you are now able to see inside of what looks to be a large open room that seems to be constructed out of the same crystalline matter that is jutting out of the walls and floor. Among all of these sort of warmly glowing crystals are thousands upon thousands of eggs.
Can I...
And sitting atop a rather large cluster of crystals is one very large green dragon that is wrapped around a very large green crystal that is pulsing with energy.
Carrick?
Yeah.
There's a large green dragon down there.
All right, so go ahead and just
With
get
eggs.
on the broom.
Yep. Yep. I should point out there are a lot of eggs.
Yeah,
and I
cool.
move
We
away
don't
from
wanna-
the
we don't
move
wanna
away
touch
from
those
the
eggs.
no, and there's also a big crystal, big energy type,
Mhm,
large underneath the dragon.
You know, I say add it to the list of problems to deal with, later. We know how to get back here. If we want to go killing green dragons at some point, I'm not totally opposed to it. But I am not in any kind of position to fight a dragon right now.
I don't really want to.
It wouldn't be fun. I'm, fairly familiar with dragons.
Could
So,
you tell me what is Tasha's passive perception?
$15.
It wasn't just a green dragon. It was a green dragon with 2 heads.
Oh.
Okay. Even better. Okay, so yeah, just
Broom.
real quick, hop on the broom. I'm
Broom.
going to fly us up to where I'll point out the displacer beasts. And just kind of go, so, Jordan's down that path. How could you, take us, a couple 100 feet ahead of them, and maybe we can try and catch up to them?
Oh my god. Okay. I have an idea. Yeah, fly us up. I have an idea.
How high up are you going?
Just high enough to where we can see them. I want the distance to be as short as possible, so when we go across, we can be as far ahead of them as we can.
Okay, you're about maybe 100 feet up.
Okay.
So how far away are the displacer beasts from us?
They are about 100 feet straight ahead of you, and then 100 feet straight down.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
They're coming down our path?
No, they are
okay.
on the other path. Remember, you would have to weave around if you wanted to avoid the obstacles.
Yeah, true. Okay.
So technically, if you wanted to backtrack through the path, it's like 350 feet.
Yeah, no. No worries.
I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
Since Mystic Arcanum allows me to do this, I think once per long rest for each of my extra spells, I'm gonna sort of point towards where the displacer beasts are headed, just maybe about 20 feet in front of them, and then point How far can it be? I think just... Never mind. It can't be further than 10 feet away from me. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, no. I was gonna point Arcane Gate to make them backtrack, but I can't do that because one of them has to be 10 feet in front of me. Unless you let me do that like 10 feet off the air and then we just fly off.
Can go 10 feet off the ground, but you have to be able to see both sides, I think, and you wouldn't be able to see the other side.
Never mind. Then in that case, I can only dimension door both of us ahead. Could I see where the path is going from up here and then just sort of pick a point like further from the dogs as far as I can and then pick that position to dimension door both of us?
You could probably see about a good 25 feet ahead of the pack.
No, I mean, is this like a maze, essentially?
Sort of, yes.
From up here, would I be able to trace the opening of that path to where it could go?
No.
Okay.
You can see some of it, but not all of it. You can clearly see the path about up to 25 feet from where they're at, because it bends. So you can still see down that way, but you'd really just see wall.
Mm.
Yeah, from your perspective.
So I could possibly try and take us a little bit ahead of them, but they'd still be behind us.
Right.
What do you think? Should I do it?
Yeah, I mean, just get ahead of them. We'll see what we can do about it after that.
All right.
Let me real quick look over my spells I have prepared. See if there's anything. Nope. So go ahead.
Hold on. And I'm gonna grab Carrick by the shoulder, and I'm gonna point towards where I want to go, and just sort of like finger gun like that, and then head over with Dimension Door.
She's so cool. I love her.
Bang, bang.
Basically, just go like, and then we just go right there.
Faster than you could even think of it. You're there. You're now 25 feet ahead of a snarling, yipping pack of displacer beasts.
Fly up. Fly up.
Yep.
That have apparently picked up your scent.
Yeah. Just get a good 60 feet off the ground and start following this path.
Okay.
It's going to be slow because I assume...
Because of the extra weight from two people.
I assume the two people puts me at my my slower speed on the broom, so...
That would be correct.
I could use my last spell slot to fly alongside you.
Nope. We're gonna have to fight a pack of displacer beast. Let's just go ahead and save that.
Yep.
Are they kind of staying below us, yipping at us, or do they give up and chase ahead?
So the group is about 15 of them. 10 of them stay around you and continue to try and track you. The other 5 have run ahead.
Okay.
In fact,
they're faster than us?
Several of them are trying to dimension themselves from where they're at to where you're at, midair.
Oh.
They phase out and phase right back in about 30 feet up.
Do they take fall damage each time?
They definitely don't like it. You can't tell if they're taking damage, but every time they hit ground, they're like, yip!
Okay. So you know what? Just going slow. I'm just gonna start. Just do a normal move, speed on the broom, and just start cantripping down below. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start doing Ray of Frost at them. Just
ping, ping, ping.
Yeah, once around, Ray of Frost.
Yeah, why not? I'll throw Eldritch Blast there, or if one of them ends up like really close to us, I'll use my sword to just swipe at them.
Okay. Awesome.
Just so we can get there.
Yeah, just kind of be yelling for Jor on the way.
Okay. Joron, you reach the end of your path.
Oh.
It is a dead end that drops off into the clouds. The walls are still there, but there is no wall that is at the end of it. It just sort of falls off into nothingness. You look about the space around you, and you notice for the first time that you're alone.
Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Yup. Hello, Joron. Yeah, you got yourself into quite a pickle again. Oof. Oof.
I love
Well,
him.
guess I should head back, but before I do so, I'm gonna go to the edge, take one of the sweets from my bag, and just throw it down.
Okay.
Is
It goes right over the side and falls off.
Oh. Quite underwhelming. Okay.
At about that point, you hear, "Ow!" of the approaching dimension, or the approaching displacer beasts.
I go.
Awesome.
And I not run, but in a jolly and a bit quicker way, stride over to the sound.
Okay.
Puppies!
Confidently, Joron marches back towards the sounds of danger.
Such a good. Such a good.
As you begin marching down the corridor, you can see there are 5 displacer beasts hungrily running in your direction.
I am going to use my speech of beast and leave. And say, "Oh, hello there. I'm Sir Joron. It's nice to meet you. Oh, there's 5 of you. That's nice. What do you need anything? I got some food here, and I take out my rations and kind of throw it in front of me. Present it to them."
Are you throwing all of your rations at them?
No, just like a handful.
Okay.
Which
So
is quite a lot for, since I'm a furball.
I was going to say, so like a day's worth of rations.
Yeah. I have a month worth of rations, so like
so
a
it's not a
day
big deal.
worth of rations, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you throw a day's worth of trail rations on the ground, and it sort of skitters and thumps and rolls about, and the displacer beasts are running up on you. Of the 5 of them that are running on you, 3 of them stop to eat what's on the ground.
Cool.
The other 2 are now on either side of you, one on the left and one on the right, slowly making a circle around you.
Okay, I kind of bend my knees and put my hands like this. I go a bit down and okay. Who's it going to be? And I kind of jump at one of them.
Okay.
This is very good.
As you jump at one, that same one jumps at you, and you feel both of your bodies connect. And
Okay.
let's go back to Jade. So, Are you going to explore any more of this house?
Oh yeah. No, I'm basically going to fully case the joint. I want to check downstairs. I want to check cabinets.
Are you going to gut the pillows and?
No, I'm not gonna like. I want to do it respectfully. Like
Gotcha.
I'm not turning the place over, but I'm like investigating the space.
Right.
But I definitely want to obviously check out the basement. And I want to check upstairs. I'm going to put the map in my bag.
Okay.
And put the log back.
Okay. So you searching through the kitchen. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Can do. 25. 25.
That's great.
Let me tell you something. For people in the stream who haven't played a high-level rogue, reliable talent. Mwah! Mwah! The good shit.
So good.
It's the good shit.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
All right. Let me see here. Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
You find a small leather satchel that feels like it's filled with marbles.
All right.
Upon inspecting it, you find that it actually contains 16 black pearls worth 500 gold pieces apiece.
How many a piece, sorry?
500 gold pieces apiece.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see, and then I get to roll on a magic table for you.
While you do that, Mike, I'm also trying to suss out whose house this is, because it's probably, it doesn't feel like it's Gom's place, unless this is a weird duplicate version of his house where he keeps all his random shit. But yeah, try to gauge who the owner is.
Okay.
Or was, I should say. I don't know whether that'd be like an insight check as I investigate, like try to get a feel for whoever's.
There we are. Okay. What you find is there is a here we go. Here's a fun one. We'll say that it's actually hanging on a hook on the wall next to an apron.
Okay.
There is a talisman on a large, sort of a gnarled black chain.
Okay.
And the talisman depicts this ghastly-looking demonic skull grasping a green gemstone in its mouth.
Well, that does not look friendly. I will not be putting that on.
Okay.
Could I make like an Arcana check? I'm not proficient in it, so maybe not. I'll try get. Look, Jade's spider sense is going. That sounds very like a description of something I've looked at in the DMG, but obviously Curiosity has never looked at a Dungeon Master's Guide. So
I don't know why not. It's fantastic reading.
Do I get any kind of a vibe off it?
It has. You don't get any vibe from looking at it, but as you
Yeah.
approach it to examine it more closely, it gives off this sort of cold energy, and there's somehow a sort of aura of darkness around it, as though light refuses to touch it.
I'm gonna use my mage hand to drop it into my bag of holding
Okay.
and maybe ask somebody that can do identify to tell me what this is or
Okay.
later, because
Right.
I don't trust that vibe, but right now I'm also, one, looking for something for somebody in particular, and two, kind of desperate.
Okay.
So
So where are you checking first, upstairs or downstairs?
downstairs.
As you head downstairs, there is a very strong smell that comes up from below. It smells like rotting meat and almost like tar. It's very sort of foul, very caustic.
Okay.
And as you go down the stairs, you eventually catch sight of the ground floor beneath you in the basement. One wall is decorated with a very large bookshelf that seems to be crammed full of various odds and ends, both books and it looks like even maybe some form of spell components.
Okay.
Then there on the wall that is on the same side as the stairwell, there is what looks to be some sort of a workbench. Not really. I hesitate to say altar because it isn't laid out like an altar.
Yeah.
It is the right size. But then in the center of the room, there is a circle on the floor that is laid out in runes. And in the center of the circle, there is what looks to be an illithid's head that is suspended mid-air with this dark, necrotic-looking black tar that is slowly dripping out of its head and filling the inner circle of this ring of runes. And as it reaches the ring, it just dissipates immediately. But it is just continually waterfalling out of the bottom of this thing's head.
Okay. That looks like something's been set up to keep something inside it, so I'm not going to go poke that.
You don't want to poke the bear?
No, not that one. No, if I find a nice, cute, chubby gay guy, I'll poke him, but not that particular bear, no. Joran's currently on another plane of existence, I'm making... From where I am, can I read any titles on the bookshelf? And do I recognize the language that the runes are in? Or is it like familiar to just like arcane stuff that I've encountered?
Do you speak or know the language Celestial?
No.
Then you would not be able to read it.
Okay, fair enough.
And as far as the books are concerned, most of them are faded from use, so you wouldn't be able to really tell what they are from the outside.
Okay.
You'd have to flip through them.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna go disturb that?
No. Look, I've read enough Dresden Files to know fucking protective circles inlaid in shit. No. On a different day, curiosity might have got and poked that particular bear. Today is not their day. They're having enough shit going on without poking a dripping illithid head that's seeping necrotic tar. Nothing in that sentence made me go, fun times. So
definitely what I wanted to do today.
I will what I will do is, from my position, I won't like go all the way down. If I need to hover, what I'll do is I'll pull out my notebook and a pencil and sort of sketch what I can of the runes around it, and just make a note of it, because I know Carrick's an abjurationist, so he might understand what's going on here better than me.
Sounds good.
So just so I've got kind of a bit of a reference for what it is.
Okay. If you take about 30 minutes to do that, you can do it really well. If you want to do it faster than that, it's going to start losing detail.
I will try and get like basically a short part of the phrasing, because I don't speak this, so it's effectively like trying to copy a language that's in an alphabet you don't know. It's more just to get a suggestion of what it is. So I'll do the quicker version. I'll try and get like a couple of runes down good, and then just the rest is like squiggles around a circle with like a gross looking illithid head in the middle.
Okay, then I want you to roll me a general intelligence check.
No problem. That's a natural 20 plus 4. I'm fucking Leonardo da Vinci. Like, it's good.
I don't know anything about this language, but it's pretty.
It's pretty as fuck. I need to get some of this shit on my wings, yo.
There you go.
So is it quite a good reference?
Oh yeah, no, I would say with a nat 20, you pretty much knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I do that with probably my mage. Actually, no, I think I never. Curiosity's ambidextrous, so I knew that from the get-go. So, as you know, one hand is still kind of not great at writing right now.
Right.
But cool. Once I've done that, I will then head upstairs.
Okay. As you exit the basement, before you make it back to the main floor, you hear the sounds of movement.
From behind me down the stairs, or from outside?
No. From somewhere up on the main floor before you exit the door to the basement.
Oh. Okay. People talking or just movement?
You hear movement. In fact, it sounds like there's someone cooking.
Okay. I will slowly head up the stairs. Like, I'll stealth up and like try and get a peek into the kitchen. I imagine my invisibility. How long did it take me to get from Goms to here? Because I was invisible, and that lasts an hour.
Probably about 10 minutes tops.
Oh, okay. So I'm probably still invisible. So cool. I had no reason to drop it. So
right. Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and say, yeah, you're still invisible.
Cool, but I will stealth up the last bit of the stairs and try and get a peek into the kitchen. See what I can see. Or who I can try and work out who I can see. There you go. There's a full sentence from beginning to end.
Good job.
Thank you.
So yes.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
Yes, roll stealth, but with advantage.
Oop. Oh. 30.
30. Okay. As you make it to the top of the stairs, you see that there is someone inside of the kitchen. Stands about maybe 6.5 feet tall.
Okay.
Probably about somewhere between 200 and 220 pounds. Looks like they're older, not like ancient by any case, but probably in their 50s. And long, braided gray hair. Skin that's sort of the color of a nectarine. Like almost orange tan.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing very simple commoner's robes.
Mm-hmm.
Appears to be brewing some sort of something on the stovetop.
Okay.
And tearing off a hunk of bread from out of the cabinet. And that sort of moldy, rotten bread, as they touch it, becomes new, fresh, delightful.
I drop the invisibility and go, excuse me, hello?
The person in the kitchen drops the bread, turns around and looks at you, and their big yellow eyes go wide.
Sorry. As I have my mage hand up, could I try catch the bread before it hits the floor with my mage hand?
I'm going to say yes, because why not?
Deck save? Or sleight of hand?
We'll just say you got it. It's not
Cool. Cool.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? No one's supposed to be here.
I was told to come here, that I would find what I needed. I am curiosity. How do you do?
Oh my goodness. I do well, I suppose.
I apologize for startling you. And I sort of use the mage hand to give the bread back.
What are you doing here?
Looking for something? Is this your house? Oh my gosh, is this your house?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Insight check. Natural
20! Yeah, no, you get the general feeling that they're telling the truth. They don't appear to be trying to deceive you.
Okay. Do I get anything else that about, other than the fact that I've just scared the crap out of them because somebody else really shouldn't be here?
No, not really.
Okay.
They definitely seem apprehensive and confused.
Valid.
How did you find this place?
I had a set of directions, and I pull out the ether glass. A piece of this.
How you...
Despite what people like to believe, I am quite smart. Don't always make smart choices, but...
that sounds like someone else I know. Tell me, where did you get that?
Another house.
I am very sorry, but it has been quite some time since the last time I have entertained anyone.
It is fine. I do not require entertaining. I would like to know to who I am, though. A name that I can call you if you do not wish to give me a full name. You do not know me. I did not expect.
You can call me Moya.
Moya. It is good to meet you, Moya.
I suppose it is good to be met.
Do you not get met often?
Not in some time, not since.
Since
No, not in a while. You were downstairs? You didn't touch anything, did you?
No, I felt it would be a really bad idea to touch anything down there. It looked very delicate, and anything that smells that bad. Normally, my fathers like to say that I could get into the worst shit literally available, but I like to think I have gotten better at making choices as I have gotten older.
Well, that is a relief. The spells in place down there are highly delicate, and I have no idea how to remake them. So it would be unwise to mess with that. There's no telling what could happen.
Don't stick your dick in necromantic energy. But literally and metaphorically. Generally not good.
In this case, it definitely would be a bad thing.
It is. Yes, no. Dismembered heads do not really do it for me, have to say.
Well, I suppose if you've managed to find this place, then you were meant to be here. So, well, are you looking for something, you said?
Yes. That is correct.
Well, I don't have much here that isn't in severe need of repair. But if you wish to look about, you're free to do so.
Was the satchel of pearls yours?
Pearls?
Never mind, I am going upstairs.
How odd.
A common reaction to dealing with curiosity.
As you reach upstairs, the upstairs is a little bit worse for wear than the downstairs. In fact, it looks like there was the same type of tapestries laid over the floors up there.
Yeah.
However, it looks like there has been a hole worn through them in the same spot, as though somebody's been pacing back and forth a lot.
Okay.
There are 2 rooms and a washroom.
I'll look around.
Okay. One room appears to be some form of an office of some kind. There's a desk and a dresser, and there's a coat rack that's laid with coats and robes. There are pictures hanging on the wall.
Of people or of places?
Both.
I'll look at the pictures of people.
Okay.
See if there's anyone I recognize.
So on the pictures, you see there is Gom. There's Felix. There's a picture of Tempest.
Out loud, I say, motherfucker.
And there are pictures of some other people that you don't recognize.
Are these like group shots or some individual?
There are 1 or 2 individual shots, but most of them are group shots with at least 3 or 4 members in them.
Do any of them have the bearded man that I met in Coriolis time?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna take a couple. Now I probably don't even know what she fucking looks like, so I wouldn't even know if I was looking at a picture of her. So, yeah, I'll take a couple of the group shots. How old does Felix look in them?
Young. Very young. Probably in his early 20s.
So younger than I am now. Shit.
Yes.
Okay. I will I'm gonna take a couple of pictures. I will ask about Moya downstairs. Check the dresser. I want to look for anything that mentions the Bronze-Eye Trading Company. Anything has Gom's signature on it. Anything that might ping my interest that this seems like an item of use. I'm not really interested in stuff of monetary worth right now.
Okay. As you sort of go through the desk, you find a looks like a journal.
Mm-hmm.
And you also find a key, a bronze key. And at the top of the key is an eye with a ruby stuck in the eye slot and the eye socket.
So it's an engraving of an eye on the top of the key with a ruby in the socket.
That's correct.
Okay. Bronze key with a ruby studded eye.
And you find another picture. It's a picture of Felix and Einar and a woman holding a little baby tiefling.
Okay. Cool. Well, shit.
She's tall, taller than Felix, with long blue hair. And her eyes are this fantastic cat's eye. She smiles big rosy cheeks. From wrist to elbow, covered in golden bangles. And she wears a traditional garment that looks like the kind that would be worn in Mekanos.
Okay.
They look happy.
Can I look in the journal and see if there's any sign of whose it is?
It appears that it has been penned in Gom's hand.
Okay. I'll take that. I will take the picture and put it in my notebook. And I'll go look in the other room.
The other room is a shamble. The furniture in here has been just decimated, just broken into pieces. And it looks like it's been used for feeding the fire that's in the room. There is a large bed that looks like it's been made out of a mixture of furs and the destroyed remnants of the inside of cushions and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
However, on the wall, there is a very large tapestry that carries the sigil of the Bronze-Eye Trading Company. It looks like it was a flag.
I will copy again, flip to a new page in my notebook and sketch that out.
Okay.
But I won't. Yeah, this feels like this is probably where Moya's been staying, so I'm not gonna.
Make a perception check.
$31.
Okay. As you closely examine the tapestry, it looks as though the lines that make up all of the symbols on it, if you look very, very closely, are actually hand-stitched instructions.
Fuck. Yep. I'm going to start transcribing that shit.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna bop back over to the rest of the group
Yep. Well, I'm just going to go have an emotional moment.
as Carrick and Tasha, you make your way down the corridor. You eventually run into Joran, who has been tackled to the ground by 2 displacer beasts.
I was tackled by one. Also, I
other
haven't
one
been
goes-
tackled.
or
We jumped
Hold on.
on each other.
Hold on. I am
Okay.
describing what they see, not what you see. This is what they see. Give me a moment. I'm DMing here. Let me be the DM. You have Mondays. So yes, you round the corner, and this is what you see. There's 2 displacer beasts on top of Joran. They look like they are rabidly wagging their heads back and forth as though they are mauling him.
Okay, have we taken care of the displacer beasts? We were.
I'm laughing, by the way. Joran is laughing.
They are no, they are still behind you, yipping and trying to bite up at your heels.
Have
No,
we killed any of them along the way with our cantrips?
You have not killed any of them. However, there are several of them that are no longer well enough to jump.
Okay.
They are far too injured.
All right.
does Joran look hurt? Or
He is covered in some sort of slime. Joran,
Yes.
Joran, you have 2 very happy puppies that are licking you profusely. The goo that is dripping from their jowls is staining your clothes, but it is not harming you in any way, as they rapidly lick up and down the sides of your face.
I am going to stand up, hold them both like this, like their butts are here, so that I can hold them up. And just, oh, come on, that's not fair, there's more of you.
hey,
Yeah,
Carrick,
as-
why did we come back again?
As the other displacer beasts make their way around the corner, they see all of the trail rations that are now on the ground and run over and begin to eat rabidly.
I was not expecting this outcome, to be frank.
Yeah, you're not Frank, you're Carrick.
That's also true. Yeah. Okay. So, I see this as a dead end.
Yeah, it drops off into nothing.
All right. So I don't know exactly what we're hoping to find here, but so far we found a bunch of displacer beasts that seem friendly enough. I guess a dead end that drops to nothing, and a weird crystal cave with 2-headed dragons. So do we want to stay here? Or are we trying to investigate anything?
As you begin to question your friends, a dimension door opens on one of the walls, and out steps the same person you were chasing in the purple and gold cleric's robes, and then rushes to the other side, and another dimension door opens, and they burst through it. The first door closes. The second door closes.
Just looking around, see where they went from the advantage, our height.
No, you don't see them anywhere.
Can I hop off the broom for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take you down because we're like 60 feet in the air, but yeah.
Yeah, as I get to the ground, I want to walk over to where the woman was, and I'm gonna sort of hold my hand out towards where I saw the portal.
It feels warm to the touch.
Can I push my hand through a little bit?
Nope, it doesn't actually do that.
Okay, so, I know we just kind of chased this lady. Why do we care about this lady? I mean, she's got a neat place here. There's some neat, weird dragon stuff, but...
Am I there?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you're there.
Okay. I'll put Donut down. I'll keep Cookie. And I say, they might be someone I know.
Who?
Someone who helped me a long time ago.
And they ran away from you.
Well, they were running when they saw all of us. People tend to run. It's nothing weird. It's
a
good
little bit
cardio,
weird.
It kind of helps you just like in the morning. It's really good after a long night's sleep. It kind of starts off your day and stop it, Cookie. Stop it.
Can I say something in interest of talking first?
Certainly.
No, I was telling the group.
Yeah,
I was telling these two.
I was gonna say that was Tosha attitude, not Nairi.
Yeah. For me, I'd be like, please, but
of course, Tosha, you can always speak. This is a safe zone with us, with Carrick and me. You can share. We won't judge anything. Oh. What do you want to say?
Curiosity's still in trouble. We're in a plane we have no idea about, and we're chasing someone who obviously doesn't want to be chased for no reason at all, other than familiarity.
I mean, I will say that I think they do want to be chased. I don't know what's going on here, but they were away. We have no leads on them. They just pop across like this in front of all of us. I mean...
Look, this place is unpredictable, and I'm not liking the odds of us getting mauled to death by beasts.
They are
Curie's
very
in trouble.
nice.
Yeah,
Curie's
so
in
that's
trouble.
kind of what I was going towards. There's like, maybe, do we want to just kind of table this? Because I wasn't sure why we were chasing this lady.
If there's absolutely no significance to us being here, then yes, and I'm not seeing any significance. I just want to head back. I never wanted to leave Amalar in the first place. We just sort of followed whatever this was, and frankly, I'm thinking it's a little stupid, so I think we should go back.
Yeah, I think curiosity and maybe I'll come check this out after. I think that's probably a better
This is something that's going to take time, and we don't have that.
What do you think on that, John?
Sure.
Okay. So just real quick, while I got you both here, I kind of talked with Tasha a little bit about this before, but so hey, you can't just go running off like that. I know you're excited.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carrick. I don't do this very often, but I thought that the person was someone I knew. I still think it's them, but I get excited from time to time. I don't run much. This has been just the second time, and as I'm talking, I'm moving over to Carrick, and as I get close to him, I am so sorry. It won't happen again. And I pick him up with my other hand and just snuggle him up, hug him.
Tasha's just face palming at this point, like one hand on a hip, the other hand just.
I'll give him I'll kind of do the pat on the back. Like, all right, big guy. All right, so yeah.
As you're in the middle of this this big hug, your head sticking over the one shoulder, you see another portal opens, and stepping out into the corridor behind Carrick is a very
Jorah.
familiar face to you. No,
Oh,
behind Carrick.
So in front of
You were
Jorah.
looking over. You were looking over
Okay,
Carrick's
okay.
shoulder. Down the corridor, about 60 feet, another portal opens, and in steps a very familiar face to you, Jorah. It's Mia, who then takes another portal on the opposite wall, stops just a moment to look at you, and mouths, "I'm so sorry," and then goes out the other way.
I gently drop Carrick. I keep the puppy.
Do you run off?
Apology accepted. Whatever.
Kind of look over where he's looking. Nothing.
No, the portal's still there.
Through the portal?
Okay.
Maybe this next
What?
jump will be the one that takes us home.
I mean, if it takes us back to the material plane, all the better. If not, then I can still plane shift us. So
What if
Definitely
it
did
takes
not
us somewhere we're not going to
that I
be
made this
happy?
game.
then plane shift.
Can you do that instantly, or does it need time?
Yeah, it takes a round. Takes like about 6 seconds.
I
Not a round.
I put Cookie down. I do a couple of belly scratches, and I leave half a month of rations here.
Okay.
And
You're on friend to animals.
and as I'm scratching the puppy, I say, "Be a good displacer beast, okay? I'll be back, maybe, probably. I'll see."
I don't know
Baby
how long this
boy.
portal's going to stay open. This is probably
I'm leaving.
idea.
I'm already leaving.
So all
Yeah,
three
let's
of you are
go.
going through the portal?
Yeah, I'll get off the broom and let's just go ahead in case we just got to get out of there. Hold hands.
Okay.
Okay.
As you phase through the portal, you find yourself standing in the middle of the square in Amalar.
Save the spell. I mean, we're right there.
Oh, horseshoe.
You want to tell us what all the roundabout was for?
Can you tell us why we didn't go after curiosity in the first place? Or are you going to be like this all the time?
Wait, is that directed towards Sasha? Curiosity needed to be alone, and I respected that. Then Curiosity got into trouble, and I just want to help them. But I can't when I'm stuck in this mess, and I'm asking why it's a mess in the first place. So is that person still here?
No, you don't see them anywhere.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
It was her. I saw her.
All right. Mentally gonna check in with Beery.
Yeah, you connect to Beery immediately, who is sending you a message. Carrot, you're not going to like this.
Okay. Yeah.
We need you as soon as possible. Oh my gosh.
Are you where we left you?
No. No, no, we're definitely not there. It's hard to say where we are. First, they put me in a box, and then they put the box in another box, and I don't know what happened after that.
All right.
I'm not sure. I'm not
who is
sure.
they?
I'm not sure what happened to Amy, but somebody said something about a zoo.
Okay.
And that's where I'm going to end game.
Oh my god.
So,
Puppies.
yes. Thank you very much for coming to game today. I hope you had some serious fun.
Thank you. It was a
Thank you, Mike.
Lots of
Thank you for
questions
running.
were unanswered. Several new questions popped up. There were lots of answers, but none of them were helpful. And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Also, thank you, viewers, for coming into
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
thanks for
game.
watching.
It's going to be way more frequent from now on.
Every week.
Tune in every Friday for another Second Breakfast Club.
Every Friday this game, every Monday 2 other games, campaigns. So seriously, thank you for coming. Even if you're not talking, even if you have us just on the side as voice, even if you have us muted on the side, it still means a lot that you were here. So thank you very much.
Quick note, speaking of viewers, Eddie Sensei said that they liked your beard, Mike.
Oh,
and
well,
that it was a nice shade of blue.
Sorry, when I'm running, it's hard for me to do chat at the same time. But thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So yeah.
As always, I have been your DM, and I can't wait for next Friday. Can you?
No.
Can't wait. Do this.
Okay.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.